Hey everybody, it is Katie Infinity with the Wounded Wanderers here for our tea time shorts. So we're just going to have a quick cuppa with Kate, right? So we have, right now we are focusing with energies of the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Swords for what you are consciously meant to focus on and or embody today. So with the Nine of Cups is your intentional embodiment frequency today, right? The energy that your higher self wants you to step into, to claim, to radiate. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Look at that, she's radiating. What the Nine of Cups asks you to embody, well, self-satisfaction without apology, emotional contentment, sourced from within, confidence in your desires, a sense of I deserve happiness, pleasure, and fulfillment, celebrating yourself and your journey, you know, all those things. Letting good things come to you without grasping. You shouldn't have to grasp, right? This card is not passive wishful thinking. It is the embodiment of energetic alignment with your desires. I mean, look. Today you're meant to feel good on purpose. You're meant to claim your worthiness, act from a place of inner satisfaction, so self-satisfaction, rather than emotional scarcity. You're meant to allow pleasure, softness, and emotional fulfillment, fullness into your field. Trust that what you want is already moving toward you. Sit in your own center rather than reaching outward for validation. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfilled through resonance, not effort, right? So it's your soul saying, stop chasing emotional fulfillment. Be the frequency of fulfillment, and your desires will meet you there. So it is not about, having to make a wish and wait for it to come to you. Your wishes already exist, and it is just about choosing which one you want first, right? It's already there. So now what requires your awareness, devotion, or discipline today? Well, is the Ten of Swords. So if the Nine of Cups is the embodiment, the Ten of Swords is the necessary clearing, right? And that would feel awfully good to do. This is the card you must devote yourself to in order to stay aligned. With the Ten of Swords requires a disciplined release of a mental pattern that is done. Awareness of where you are repeating old pain loops, honesty about what no longer fits your identity, right? A willingness to stop resurrecting old stories, devotion to ending a thought cycle that drains your life force. So all of those things we could be devoting ourselves to today in order to stay aligned with that magnificent Nine of Cups. So this is not about physical endings, not today. Well, maybe not ever, but certainly not today. This is about mental endings, narrative endings. Today requires discipline when it comes to breaking a recurring thought that wounds you, or stopping the story of betrayal, abandonment, failure, rejection. It's an old fucking story, right? Interrupting catastrophic thinking, no longer letting an old version of yourself speak for yourself. Not giving your energy to dead timelines. Ending the belief, that's like putting your energy into a black hole, right? Like you don't get anything back. It gets distorted in some way and maybe is given to someone else who was in that energy field at one point in time, and you're like just giving it away to somebody who's not even present at all. Like they're somewhere else. They're taking that energy and they're running with it someplace else. And you can't even say that it's a bad thing on their part, like they're stealing your energy, because you're just freaking giving it to them. That's on you, boo. So, there's also this, of course, a discipline in ending the belief that you must suffer in order to grow. That's not true. Does love hurt? Yes. Love hurts because, to love, to truly love, you also need to accept that, there will be pain, whether through death or moving forward in your lives, growing apart, whatever the case may be. At some point, you're likely going to, or even during, if the other person lets you down or disappoints you in some way, in some way, shape, or form. Sadly, love and does lead you to a place of sadness and pain at one point or another. So the Ten of Swords is brutal clarity. Something in your mind has reached its expiration point, and if you don't consciously choose to end it, it will keep draining your emotional field, and it will block the Nine of Cups energy from coming in. The deeper truth, this card is not about defeat. It is not about defeat. It is about the moment the old identity collapses so the new one can rise. It is the mental death required for emotional rebirth. So in a lot of the interpretations, this is, interpreted as like, the guy laying on the ground or the character laying on the ground. 10 swords stabbed into him all over the place, but like looking out on the sunrise to come, right? And so, in lots of different, I don't know. I mean, if you get 10 swords stabbed in you, you're probably going to die, but let's just say you don't, or let's say you do. Your next life, right? Like you learned your lesson, your soul is, happy. There's some completion on some level. You did your human thing. You came here, you rocked it. You're gone now. And then you're going to go back and you're going to give all the information to everybody. And then you're going to come back again and you're going to do some other shit to yourself, because humans love torturing themselves. It's all about the experience, right? It's the journey, not the destination. So the deeper truth, this card is not about defeat. That's it. So combined, the combined alchemy of these two cards, right, is it's a pretty powerful daily pairing that you can receive. The Nine of Cups says align with joy, fulfillment, worthiness, self-trust, right? And the Ten of Swords says, but to do that, you must end the old mental program that tells you that you don't deserve it. Right? So together they show the frequency of fulfillment cannot rise while you carry the story of pain. You're shifting from emotional depletion to emotional abundance. They show that you are ending the mental loops that kept you from believing in your own deservingness. Releasing the last remnants of an old identity that survived instead of thrived, surely. So this is a day where your joy wants to flourish, right? But only if your mind stops repeating an outdated wound. Embody emotional fulfillment and end the thoughts that sabotage it. Your heart is ready for more. It's ready. Your mind is shedding the last layer of who you no longer are. Well, there you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy your day. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers.